Hello?
Hey, it's Sergeant Dixon with the Mohave County Sheriff's Office. Is this Leslie?
Yes. Hi, Sergeant Dixon. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you today?
I'm doing very well. Thank you, sir.
How can I help you today?
I'm sure that Deputy Reed explained to you my concerns of what was going on the threats and stuff from Jean Bishop and her tirade on several people in the community this weekend. And I just was trying to figure out the process before going to an injunction of harassment with the courts. Surely there's something, being a victim of the threats and her having a history of just showing up at my house, surely there is some victim advocate or something that we can do to have her no contact or whatever.
Yeah, that's what the injunction against harassment would do if you go down to the Superior Courthouse or the Justice Courthouse down here in Kingman, and they would be able to help you fill all that stuff out. Typically, when it comes to victims advocates, they only get involved when it's like a domestic violence issue, and the victim needs help having all this done. I can give you their phone number if you want to talk to them to see if they'll help you through it, but I don't know how helpful they'll actually be.
Oh, no, it's okay. I understand. Their phone number's public. I just didn't know, with it being an abuse of power, the threatening of a official, her threatening 3 or 4 other people that aren't even affiliated together. My concern is for all of our safety. With things like that. So.
And you said that Jean Bishop has showed up to your house in the past?
Yeah, she's randomly just showed up here, uninvited, all kinds of things.
Did you call law enforcement when she was showing up?
No, why would I have called law enforcement? At that time, she hadn't threatened me. So right now, publicly, when she did threaten 3 or 4 people.
What was the threat? Deputy Reed didn't give me that information.
She approached me. I was behind a table. She came over in an aggressive manner, approached me, told me, F you, Leslie Tyler, numerous times. Then said, I'm going to end you, expose you, and sink you, and use every resource I can to end you. Now, with an elected official telling me that, as well as another elected or running, Danielle Olekek was running for school board. She beelined over in an aggressive manner towards her, told her she was going to end her and sink her, and then proceeded to get aggressively more violent by doing it to Marianne Salem, where she physically made contact with Marianne and hit her arm and phone. I mean, that shows a pattern of escalation all at one event. And if that lady's going to do that type of thing with Sheriff Schuster present, Chief Deputy McKee, Brandon, other people there, what's she going to do when you guys aren't there?
Right. And you gave all that information to Deputy Reed?
Yes, I did, and I'm not the only one that's been given that information. I guess Danielle Olekek has given it to Sergeant Tapia, has stressed her concern of being a victim and her threats. She's concerned. Marianne Salem's concerned. We're all concerned. We're law-abiding citizens. If this lady has the ultimate power at her disposal, and then some other lady, Anna, today wrote a statement saying everything that Marianne Salem supposedly told Sergeant Tapia. So that leaves a concern to me by sergeants in the sheriff's department exposing other people's information on an ongoing investigation for retaliation. Like, did Deputy Reed get on the phone and call Jean Bishop right away and tell her my concerns and my threats, so now she's going to retaliate to me? I mean, why would a sergeant call her in the first place and tell somebody what Marianne Salem said in an ongoing investigation? Tell somebody what Danielle Olekek said in an ongoing investigation? I mean, are these common practices?
If she's listed as a suspect, I mean, the deputy or sergeant would have to question her about the allegations to figure out.
Yeah, but you don't go back to the victim and tell them, if you have a victim, if I owned a liquor store and people robbed my store and you guys came out and investigated my businesses and then called the felonious party or the criminal the suspected criminal and tell them, well, this is what Leslie, the victim, said, blah, 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 blah. Is that standard operating procedure of your investigations by a sergeant?
Like I said, we have to go in there and say, did you do this? I mean, I think...
I understand that, but at what point do you're deflecting my question. You go in and you ask those people, but then you don't contact the victim and tell them what the suspect said. This sergeant contacted Jean Bishop back and told him all these things.
Well, I can't speak for Sergeant Tappy on what he did.
No, but you're a sergeant. I'm asking you if that's your standard operating procedure. Are you going to go back and tell Jean Bishop what I'm reporting to you like this other sergeant has?
If I was taking this report, I would absolutely contact Jean Bishop to question her on this report, yes.
And questioning her, is that releasing the information of my statements to her?
We're going to be talking about the statements that you released to me so I can get to the bottom of it, yes.
Okay, so I'm going to go to the courts then. I just want to know what my level of threat is here. When you're talking to her, when you're asking for no contact, is she going to get on the phone instantly and start sending her goons after me? So, all right, I will try to get to the court this morning to get that injunction issued.
Okay. And if you feel like there's an abuse of power, you can also contact the Attorney General's office and file a complaint.
Yeah, we are. We're in the process. We're going to do that as well.
Okay. Do you need anything else from me, Leslie?
No, sir, and thank you so much for all you do for our county, and I hope you have a wonderful day.
You too. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.